Hey guys, this is Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we get to cover another anime series from 2014. Once again, for today's anime review is Gonna Be the Twin Tail. Gonna Be the Twin Tail is actually based on the light novel of the same name by Yume Mizusawa. There's also a two-volume manga, which will come to that frequent thing in just a moment. It started as an anime series from October 9th, 2014 until December 25th, 2014, which is probably like on Christmas morning, especially for an anime series like Gonna Be the Twin Tail. In this anime series was directed by Hiroyuki Kanbei, for which this anime series is presented as how it should be, and of how it's given in the title to explain what it is about. Gonna Be the Twin Tail is what it's about. I mean, how is it be? But we can only imagine as well. So that's the thing. And yes, the music in the anime series Gonna Be the Twin Tail is composed by Yasuharu Akanashi, who's known for the music on other anime such as Iki Townsend, Sailor Moon Crystal, Fairy Tail, Shiki, Naruto Shippuden, and many other anime. That Yasuharu Takanashi is known for the music on composing on music of many other anime out there, which he is basically known for in general. But anyway, so we're going to be reviewing an anime series, which is none other than, which is, you guessed it, Gonna Be the Twin Tail. So, for the plot story thing about, for the anime series like Gonna Be the Twin Tail, however, it's about Soji Mitsuka, is a first year high school student who is always obsessed with the twin tails. I mean, how they're called pigtails, it's basically twin tails, which just sounded them very familiar. I mean, almost all in a sort of bland type of thing ways. He even goes so far as to, when he requested the creation of a club devoted completely to twin tails. On his first day of school, after he and his cousin Aika have walked to his house, he is approached by a strange woman named Tu Earl. There is an alien organization known as Ulita Miguel that is stealing people's twin tail attribute power. She gives him the bracelet known as the Twin Gear, and with it he transforms into Tail Red, a superheroine that fights the soldiers of Ultimate Miguel and protects the world's twin tails. Yeah, that's particularly almost as bland as it goes. I mean, I would have never really known about that until now. I mean, the plot is kind of almost strange and almost bland. I mean, to be fair, it's like a spoof on many other things of how this is basically of how highly underrated anime series should goes. I mean, if you cannot look at those past ecchi aspects, especially in the anime, of how I could say it's like a ecchi spoof comedy anime of how this is intended to be. I mean, think of it. For the thing, like, there are some characters that I think that are all right, but there's a character that I do not like, which it really annoys the hell out of me, especially when every time I watched the anime series like Gonna Be the Twin Tail. I mean, this is basically one of those animes I think was kind of either meh or all right in my opinion. Yeah, because the story, however, of the Gonna Be the Twin Tail is about Soji, who is an average high school boy and devoted lover of pigtails, but when monsters with a thirst for their human spirit energy invade Earth, Soji, along with the help of the mysterious pigtailed stranger, who must transform into a pigtail girl to defeat those monsters. So that's for the story of how it goes. I mean, there's nothing new about Gonna Be the Twin Tail of how it is expected, of how what is it it's about. Never to say none of the less. But I mean, there are it's basically supposed to intended to be like a comedy, but that things don't go as expected as how it goes. Something because it makes some of the things that makes you get pissed, especially in the scene, as how it's intended of how it goes. It was basically a train wreck of a plot as how it goes. I mean, the animation was almost in my meh, but there are some derpy faces on entire characters if they're not drawn on or animated properly in a whole professional way. I mean, there are how it goes with the derp faces of how the characters in Gonna Be the Twin Tail are. If they're supposed to be either drawn professionally as well as the visual in animation for the anime, like Gonna Be the Twin Tails goes. I mean, the animation it's okay. I mean, not average cup of tea type thing. The sound was almost as quite dull. I mean, the music was fine, but the generic voice actors always did a decent job. But at the end, it boils down on being badly written and very not funny as it's supposed to be. Like, but it always ends up as a cliche parody material of what Gonna Be the Twin Tail goes. I mean, this show is basically like a lacking of how the comedic part goes, but there's some action due to the animation that it's not your average cup of tea type way of how this is intended to these days, especially for the anime Gonna Be the Twin Tail. I mean, there's a lot of good anime out there, but this is for real of how Twin Tail Gonna Be the Twin Tail goes. I mean, I can't get off the characters in for the characters, however, in Gonna Be the Twin Tail. However, the character I do not like is Aika Tsube, the one who is voiced by the voice actress named what was it? Sarah Waden Heft, who is known for the voice as Toru in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid in this anime. I mean, why does you expected to see what's going on in Gonna Be the Twin Tail? I mean, yeah, because think of it, Aika Tsube from in the characters how I'm explaining about Aika Tsube in Gonna Be the Twin Tail. However, she's basically I do not like the character at all because I do not like that character at all because it was annoying the hell out of me. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's why I'm gonna say is that just because she always gets everything she wants just to get her attention as how this goes. I mean, but the character I think is all right in my opinion. To Earl in who Gonna Be the Twin Tail. I mean, she's a great character in my opinion. I mean, but I do not like how fucking Aikatsube pins 2 Earl to the ground. Otherwise, 2 Earl would have just slapped the shit out of Aikatsube of how you expect in Gonna Be the Twin Tail goes. I mean, I do not like the character Aikatsube at all because she is my least favorite character. I mean, that's how the characters goes. I mean, the the music, however, I think is good. Yeah, Yasuharu Takanashi did the good music for an anime like Gonna Be the Twin Tails, which will to the whole tranquility thing of how this goes. I mean, if yeah, so the story plot may be a little boring, however, it goes in Gonna Be the Twin Tails anime. That's how if this is how it intended is supposed to be, I mean, that's just not like your not type of cup of tea type anime. What Gonna Be the Twin Tails is. I mean, there are a lot of other shows that are gloriously, I mean, dumb and other, But this show it leans a lot as how the plot is basically ridiculous and they are over the top of how Gonna Be the Twin Tail goes as how it progresses. I mean, the drama is very ridiculous at the same time. I mean, nothing how this show compensated on its own qualities of how the credibility of being utterly ridiculously of how this goes. Like I say before, because the of how they made this show as like it's a parody and does not include actual comedy when it's intended to add comedic intents of the show. The drama is not as funny as it's like numbing. They are more how annoying it gets in this, but in the end, the show is simply not worth as how you expect of how it's supposed to end of how this goes. I mean, think of it. It goes. I mean, the animation is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, the fight scenes can be very darker hue to them, as if it's harder to see of how it goes and this whole aspect of how it goes. I mean, the enjoyment I think it was almost as pain in the butt as Maid Sama as how it goes. Even more pain in the butt as many other animes that have characters that annoy the shit out of you, like that has becoming your least favorite character as well. But if I want to watch a better anime, I would go and watch Captain Harlock and UFO Robot Grendizer. Those are the better anime titles with well done, badass animation drawn than Gonna Be the Twin Tail, in my opinion. But overall, I think this anime is alright, in my opinion. It's just that personally not really one of my favorites. I wouldn't consider it to be one of the best, not exactly. But there are other great anime titles that are considered to be the best, but this was for real, especially for an anime like Gonna Be the Twin Tail. I mean, if I want to watch a better anime, I would go watch either Mobile Fighter G Gundam. At least this has better action in this anime than Gonna Be the Twin Tail, in my opinion. I mean, this anime is kind of alright, almost as meh, in my opinion, as how this goes. I mean, think about it. That's how. But I'm going to give this anime series an 8 out of 10 because I find this anime as a alright type of anime. I mean, the story is almost as your not your cup of tea average ways of how it is intended. But there are many other comedy anime out there, but this is not how it's intended, because one of these things is not like the other, especially for Gonna Be the Twin Tail for this anime of how it is intended. And yeah, there's a lot of there are a lot of comedy anime out there that are not just Gonna Be the Twin Tail as how it intended. And yeah, that's just how it is, as I intended, how I had to criticize this anime as how it is intended, as well as many other animes out there. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Gonna Be the Twin Tail for today's anime review. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on this. I mean, when I first watched this, I thought this was supposed to have some comedic things, but it turns out almost as bland, in my opinion. And yeah, there are some characters like Two Earl is the character that I find is all right, but Aika Tsube, I hated that character. Aika Tsube. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account, on all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video, by smacking the like button if you enjoy this video. Feel free to leave in the comments section below what is your opinion on Gonna Be the Twin Tail. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RurouniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Keep it otaku for this anime review, and I got another anime review coming up next. What we have for what's in store here. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I have another anime that I will be reviewing for tomorrow's anime review on Blood Lad. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Blood Lad, because you won't want to miss another anime review.